Airstream song, cruising to the campsite singing our song. Airstream song, we are the Airstream nerds.
As you can see, the automatic leveler in the front of this Airstream is pretty damn strong. It's got the back end of my 6,000 pound truck up. I could probably use it to change a tire if I really needed to. Now, I really had to put the blocks under here. It's problem is right where I'm standing is where my driveway levels out. So I'm parked in a bad spot. I could have pulled my camper down at the end and hooked it up in the middle down in here somewhere. It would have been a lot easier. But since I'm at home and I've got blocks laying around, I went ahead and did it here. Make sure you lock them on. Don't forget the pins down here. Once the pressure's on them, these things are tight. They're not going anywhere. Take the pressure off. I'll be right back. Okay, so we got the E2 hitch for sway control and weight distribution. This was recommended by Safford RV, the dealer we bought our Airstream from. First part is this heavy receiver that goes onto the truck. Second part are these brackets that were installed by the dealer. Now I can't give you any tips. Tell about the brackets that are right there. Can't give you any tips on best method of installation or what have you. But I do know that you don't need to hook all that stuff up in order just to move it around your driveway or what have you. And I know because it's got a little drop here right near the pivot point, it's hard to attach the hitch, the actual the bars that go on here. It's a little difficult to get them on and off at this angle, so I'll hook it up. I'll move the camper over to where we have one long gentle slope, and I'll hook the sway bars up to it then. As you can see, without the weight distribution bars on, you definitely got a bend in the middle there. Front end of the truck is pushed up a little bit. Front of the camper is dropped a little bit. So we'll see what it looks like after I get the bars on. Okay, so the idea on these bars is you take this bar here, you put one end up in here, and the other end rests on there. To do that, you've got to lift up the trailer to get everything straightened up to make it easier to go on. They do have like a help me bar, that thing with the curve on it right there, that'll help pry it in there if you really need to, but you shouldn't need to. The electric lift should do all the work that we need. Now, weight distribution and anti-sway, or actually sway control. E2 hitch from Fastway is attached. You notice the front end of the truck isn't as high. Still have that normal angle of the truck with the back end looking a little higher. The level of the camper is now much straighter than it was. The frame is pretty much even with the truck. And if you go up here, a minute ago when I told you these little pins, make sure they're locked. As you can see, these bars are tight now. All the weight is coming down, and it's spreading the load up from the back of the camper frame to the truck frame. So instead of a pivot point right here, the pivot point, is 4, 5, 6 feet wide. Makes for a much smoother ride. So far, I've driven it for about 40 minutes, highway speeds, changing lanes, moving back and forth. Other than the actual weight of the camper, you can feel it pulling on you. I don't feel it tracking off or bouncing back and forth or anything like that you'd normally feel with a lot of weight behind your tow vehicle. Anyway, I'd recommend this, or I'd highly recommend some sort of anti-sway hitch on the back of your tow vehicle for your Airstream. Airstream nerds, out.